Everybody, welcome to Studio 64. My name's David. I've been searching the interzones for some more science, space, and tech news to share with you. And I found this over at Science Alert. This should be interesting. Yes, some people are strangely resistant to Alzheimer's. Here's what makes them different. This should be interesting. Let's see. Some people have the changes consistent with Alzheimer's without presenting any symptoms, almost as if their brains are more resistant to the condition. Now, a new study has explored how this perplexing phenomenon might point the way to treatments. Again, I'm not a medicalologist, know nothing about it, just think this is fascinating science news, and I love sharing it with everybody. If there are any, neuroscientists out there, please feel free to comment. Love to hear your thoughts on this. A team of researchers led by scientists from the Netherlands Institute for Neuroscience looked at brain tissue samples stored at the Netherlands Brain Bank, a repository of donated brains to more than 5,000 people who died with a brain disease. Now, among those thousands of samples, the team found just 12 who had been cognitively healthy prior to their death, yet had clear neurological signs of the disease's underlying pathology. That's interesting. Sort of asymptomatic, perhaps? Beyond demonstrating just how rare it is for brains to avoid the debilitating effects of Alzheimer's, the small sample gave the team an opportunity to learn what might make such brains so resilient. Now, what is happening in these people at a molecular and cellular level wasn't clear, says Luc de Vries, a neuroscientist from the Netherlands Institute for Neuroscience. We therefore searched for donors with brain tissue abnormalities who did not show cognitive decline in the brain bank. Now, this kind of resilience has been noted before. It is thought that both the genetics we're born with and the lifestyle choices we make might have some effect. These different factors are tied to the development of Alzheimer's in general as well. Very, very interesting. Now, by analysing the unique combinations of hundreds of genes being expressed within cognitively healthy Alzheimer's brains, brains of more typical Alzheimer's patients, and otherwise healthy controls without disease, researchers found key differences in the resilient brains related to the astrocyte cells that are involved with the clearing of waste out of the brain. It says here, astrocyte cells produced more effective antioxidants in resilient brains compared to brains of Alzheimer's affected patients. And that's from the Netherlands Institute of Neuroscience. Interesting. What's more, the resilient brains seem to be better at removing toxic proteins associated with the development of Alzheimer's. It seems these brains are somehow better at stopping neurological garbage from building up. Now, another difference was more efficient energy production in the cells in resilient brains. It's not clear yet what's behind these differences or how they link in to Alzheimer's disease, but identifying what the differences are is an important first step. Now, as usual, I'll leave the link to the main article below the video so you can pop in and have a look at these embedded links. And, if you want to go for a bit of a deeper dive, that behind the main article, it makes for a very interesting read, believe me. If we can find the molecular basis for resilience, then we have a new starting point for the development of medication which could activate processes related to the resilience in Alzheimer's patients, says de Vries. Now, Alzheimer's now affects some 47 million people worldwide, and those numbers are rising rapidly. We're still not sure what combination of factors are required for the degeneration to progress, how to prevent the disease from arising, or how its damage could be reversed. But every study like this one gets us closer to some answers. Now, the next step with this particular research is to try and figure out why there are these differences in the production processes of resilient brains. From there, it might be possible to develop drugs that help make brains better able to protect themselves. Now, it remains difficult to determine from human data which process initiates the disease process, says de Vries. Now, you can only demonstrate this by changing something in cells or animal models and seeing what happens next. That is the first thing we have to do now. Yeah, and this research has been published in Acta Neuropathologica Communications. Yep, and there's the hyperlink, so main article below the video, you know what to do if you want to follow up on it. Very, very interesting indeed. Yeah, and as I say, any form of science I find interesting, and this neuroscience is just absolutely amazing. And we know all about the effects of Alzheimer's and what a horrible condition it is. And I can't wait personally for us to make some progress, because you never know. It could be it could be you or one of your loved ones that's afflicted with it, sadly. Yeah. All right, well, my name is David. Thanks for joining me for another Studio 64 Science, Space and Tech News update. I shall see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're up for it, drop a comment down below the video because I'd love to hear what you think. All right, take care, and as I always say, if you can't be good at it. And as I also always say,
my brain hurts!